Hi, detectives, and welcome back to Math Lab. Are you guys ready to solve another case from our friends at the FBI? Excellent. So here's what you need for today: a whiteboard and a marker, or paper and a pencil. And if you want to get really fancy, you can go ahead and grab your detective hat and shades. Once you grab those materials, meet me back here so we can get started and crack some hard cases from our friends at the FBI. Okay, detectives, now that you have your materials, let's go ahead and crack the case. Clues for you. Sent from Washington, D.C. Set 2. Warm up. To receive your first clue, you need to count by tens. However, there is a catch. Start counting at the number 6 and stop at 106. All right, detectives. Now, when we are counting by tens, but starting at the number 6, what are we going to add to 6? That's right. We're going to add the number 10. So let's go ahead and do our punch and count method. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 6 plus 10 is 16. So if we are going to do 6 plus 10 to get 16, 16 plus 10 is, that's right, it's 26. Our ones never change because 10 has 0 ones. All right, detectives, let's rewind and do it detective style a little bit faster. Are you ready? 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106. Excellent job, detectives. Go ahead and kiss your brain. Kiss your brain, kiss your brain. Throw some glitter, make it rain. Oh, yeah. All right, detectives, let's see if we're going to get our first clue. It says, do you remember the secret tool and code? Secret tool and code. Yes. What was that tool that we used the last time we were together? That's right. It was our number bond. Our number bond had that big circle at the top and our 2 circles at the bottom. The big circle at the top was that's right. It was our whole. And then our 2 circles at the bottom. Excellent job, detectives. Those were our parts. Do you remember the secret code that went with our number bond? What were we chanting last week? Do you remember? Excellent. That's right. We were saying part plus part equals whole. Great job, detectives. Let's see how they change up the secret code on us today. All right. This was the last clue they left us off with last week. Do you remember? Think about what you would do if I took away your part in the very next clue. So they're giving us our whole of 24, a part of 20, and we're missing a part. That's right. So if we do part plus part to get whole, what do you think we do whole to get our missing part? Are we going to add or are we going to subtract? Think about it. We have our greatest number and we're looking for our part, which is one of our smaller numbers. So are we going to add or subtract to get there? Think. What should we do? Detectives, nothing gets past you. That's right. We're going to subtract to find the missing number. So our secret code for today is whole minus part equals part. Say it with me. Whole minus part equals part. Excellent job, detectives. You're going to need to remember that clue to solve all of our cases for today. Clue number 1. We will start off slow, but then the difficulty will grow. For this special occasion, you will get all 3 numbers for your equation. Using all 3, how many subtraction equations do you see? Boys and girls, to solve this first equation, this first clue, I'm going to grab my whiteboard. You should be grabbing your whiteboard or pencils now. To help remind ourselves, I wrote our equation up on top. Whole minus part equals part. Let's go ahead and get started. Looking at the number bond, what number is in our whole? That's right, it's the number 12. And when we are going to be subtracting, we want to start with our whole. So let's go ahead. What is the first equation that you see? Ooh, excellent job, math detective. They said we're going to start with 12 because 12 is our whole. And then we're going to subtract the number 4 because 4 is one of our parts. And that leaves us with the number 8, which is our other part. Excellent job, math detective. What's another subtraction equation you see for this problem? That's right. We're going to start with 12 because, once again, 12 is our whole. Minus 8 equals 4. Math detectives, do you see how we just switched our parts? That's all we did. When we're subtracting, you need to subtract from your whole, so that's not going to change. But we can switch our parts. Excellent job. Let's erase and look at another problem. All right, math detectives, looking at our next problem, what do you see in our whole slot? That's right, we see the number 16, so that's going to be our whole because it is the greatest number. And our parts are 6 and 10. Using those three numbers, I want you to think of two subtraction equations. And when you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Sending you some shine. What do you got for me? That's right. We're going to do 16 because that's our whole, minus 6 because it's one of our parts, equals 10 because it's another part. Excellent job, detective. What's another subtraction equation that matches this number bond? Excellent job. We start with 16 because it's our whole. We take away 10 because it's the other part. Oh, you guys are good. And we're left with 6 because that is our other part. Excellent job, detectives. Give yourself a pat, pat, pat on the back for a job well done. Go ahead and erase, and let's get ready for our next problem. All right, detectives, it looks like we have a big problem to solve this time. Our whole is 145, and our parts are 140 and 5. You've got it. So I want you to think, what are two subtraction equations that matches this number bond? Go ahead and get started. Sending you some shine as you work. What do you got for me? That's right. We start with 145 because that is our whole. And we're going to take away 140 because that is one of our parts. And what are we left with, detectives? The number 5. Is there another subtraction equation? Yes, there is. 145, say it with me, minus 5, excellent job on remembering to switch those parts, equals 140. Excellent job, detectives. Go ahead, erase your board. I think we're ready for our next clue. Congratulations, you've passed another clue. But if a number is missing, will you know what to do? They gave us our whole as 11, 6 as a part, and we're missing our other part. I think we know what to do because we have our equation. Say it with me. Whole minus part equals part. So boys and girls, what we're going to do is we're going to take these numbers, plug them into our equation, and then we're going to solve. What's our whole? 11. Minus, what is the part that we know? That's right. It's our number 6. Equals. Now, we don't know this part, right? We have a question mark. So we're going to go ahead and use our punch and press method to solve this problem. When we punch and press, we're going to take our part that we know, and we're going to press until we get to 11. It looks like this. I grab the number 6, and I press, or I punch, 6. And now I press and count on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many fingers do I have? That's right, I have 5. So 11 minus 6 equals 5. So my missing part is the number 5. Now that we have these 3 numbers, we can write our second equation, which is 11 minus 5 equals 6. Excellent job, math detectives. That punch and press method is going to be super helpful for the next couple of problems. If you are not ready for the punch and press method, here's what I want you to do. You can draw your whole, which is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start a new row. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Draw a new row. 11. Now that I have 11 drawn, I'm ready to take away 6 because that is the part that I know. And because I made my easy counting rows of 5, watch how easy this is. 5, 6. Circle what's left. And count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11 take away 6 is 5. Those are 2 different methods that you can use today to solve our problems. Let's go ahead and look at our next problem. Our next problem has 30 as our whole, 20 as our part, and a missing number, which is also our part. So a great first strategy is to plug in what you know to the equation. Our whole is 30 minus our part is 20 equals, and we don't have that missing equation yet. So now we have 2 ways that we can solve. We can draw out 30 circles and take away 20, or we can use our punch and press method. This is counting by tens. I think our punch and press method might be faster. So I'm going to grab 20 and punch till I get to 30. Remember, I'm counting by tens. Watch. 20. 20, add 10, that's 30. This is 1 10 stick. So 30 minus 20 is 10. If you want to do that, keeping your fingers as ones, this is what it would look like. 30. I'm sorry. We're going to grab 20. Silly Miss Fellenberg. 20. 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And because I kept my fingers as 1, I have 10 fingers up, which means 30 minus 20 is 10. Excellent job, boys and girls. Now looking at this equation, what's another way that we can write this subtraction equation using these same 3 numbers? That's right. 30 minus 10 equals 20. All right, detectives, let's go ahead and look at our next problem. You have 14 as your whole, 7 as your part, and a missing part. I want you to go ahead and solve this equation. Give me that double thumbs up when you're done. answers match mine? Did you get 14 minus 7 equals 7? And 14 minus 7 equals 7? That's right, boys and girls. This was a doubles fact. So our subtraction equations look the same. What method did you use? Did you use punch or did you use draw? I love how we all use different methods, but we still got the same answers. Let's look at our next problem. Our next problem is 10 as our whole, 9 as a part, and a missing part. Go ahead, pick your strategy, and write 2 subtraction equations for this number bond. Sending you that shine. All right, detectives, tell me, how did you solve this problem? Detectives, excellent job solving this problem. I also got 10 minus 9 equals 1, and 10 minus 1 equals 9. Keep up this awesome work. All right, detectives, here is our last one for today. Our whole is 15. We have a part of 10 and a missing part. So I want you to pick your strategy, punch and press or drawing the circles, and solve for that missing part. Once again, I'll be sending you some shine as you go ahead and solve. Okay, detectives, tell me, what strategy did you use? Excellent, excellent. And what were your 2 subtraction equations? That's right, detectives. 15 minus 10 equals 5, and 15 minus 5 equals 10. You guys are on fire. Let's go ahead and do another cheer. Looking good. Congratulations. This is all for today. Hip, hip, hooray! See you next time when I will make your brains climb. Here's a clue for what we will do. Detectives, the next time we're together, we are going to be solving problems that will sometimes have a missing part and sometimes have a missing whole. So it's super important that you remember those 2 secret codes. Part plus part equals whole, and whole minus part equals part. Can you say them with me? Starting with our whole. Whole minus part equals part, and part plus part equals whole. Excellent job, detectives. I cannot wait until we are together again to solve more clues from our friends at the FBI. See you next time.